Hello everyone and welcome to the Inspire series with me, Gloria Dozian. I started the Inspire series because I wanted to empower women. I wanted us to learn how to live, love, pray, and be inspired. So join me on this wonderful journey of self-discovery where anything and everything is achievable. The Inspire series features lively guests, all of whom are living the life they only dreamed about. And you can too. Hello, my fellow co-inspirators. It's about that time when we have our popular segment, Women's Talk. If you've been following the series, you know this is where we have our no-holds-barred conversation about everything and anything. Today, we have some different types of guests in the studio. Yes, we have men on the set of the Inspire series. It's the first, so you know it has to be juicy. We're going to be looking at potential. Now, this is for my single ladies. You know when they tell you, don't follow a man with money or follow a man that has potential? Today, I want to know what that really means. How do you know if your guy who doesn't have money today is going to be the next Dangote in 3 years? Me, I would like to have that kind of information in my pocket. So, I have a distinguished panel that is going to help us get to the bottom of this potential thing. First off, I have the slush kid himself and the entertainment entrepreneur, Mr. Noble Igwe.
Hello, yes.
And the second guest I have is the lady who is keeping it balanced on the set today. It's the beautiful, talented Ufoma Ejenogbor. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And then finally, we have the man who holds no punches. He always tells it like it is, Mr. Wale Adetula.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for being on the set today. So I'm going to get straight to the point. Noble, what does it mean for a man to have potential? How do we know if a guy has potential?
I would love to say if he is like Noble Igwe, he has got potential.
Okay, that's not a wide enough. It's not a wide enough definition.
Yeah,
I think you can go ahead.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you walk into a garage, there are two cars parked. If you look at these two cars, you probably know the one that's packing horsepower and the one that's just a car. Now, in men, or in anything, in men, women, whoever got potential, it will tell. There are signs to watch out for. The way these people look at things, their way they look at details, there's some sort of information that they keep. Like even in arranging a house, you also know how the things are arranged. So you might not necessarily be able to tell that this person has got potential, like by merely looking at them, but their actions and the way they react to things will tell you. I mean, these people are not the people who don't have a bicycle, but once they see an A-class on the TV, they'll say, I want to earn on an A-class. They have, you see them speak about things, and they have ideas of what they want to do. They have ideas of how they want to achieve things. They live the PS to achieve things. They don't just sit down to play PlayStations every day, in day in out. And when you see somebody who's got potential, that tell signs, that things you know. And these people are not just comfortable. They wouldn't do fraud. They wouldn't want to steal. But they will always be looking for opportunities to prove themselves.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, Wale, what do you think? Are you?
Yeah, I'm on the same page with Noble right there. I think, yeah, people who have potential, it's not just something that you see in the physical. It's beyond the physical. It's actually something that you see based on someone's actions. You know, the way they speak, what they say when they eventually talk, the actions they take in terms of, you know, it could be their career path, it could be, you know, not someone that's just even in a career or in a paid employment, and even if it's someone that is running their own business, the kind of actions they take, they always have that extra step. You know, if other guys stop at one, they always want to go that next step. You know, so it's beyond just your physique or physical, it's in that action. So I think...
Okay, so what I'm hearing from is like ambition equals potential. Is that what it means?
It's funny that we're taking this conversation or this discussion from an angle of, you know, boy, girl, girl, boy. I think it will be with like virtually every human being. There are signs that you would see in a person to be able to distinguish and tell certain things. But let's not forget what a potential is. A potential is a possibility for success.
Okay.
Right? For me, that tells me that anybody can have potential. Anybody. What is possible, you and I honestly cannot tell. There are things we see and we're like, how did that happen? Okay. So as long as there's a possibility there, but I would like to push it a step further. I like to talk about the probability of success. Now, I don't know if you remember when you were taught probability in maths, they talk about having colored balls in a bag. So the possibility of pulling a red ball from the bag is, now there is no possibility of putting a purple ball if the purple ball was not in the bag in the first place.
Correct.
You understand? So the truth is, there's got to be certain things. Like Noble was saying, you can't tell. It's not like you meet somebody now today and you can tell he has potential, he doesn't have no. It's over time. The way his house is, the way this looks, the way. But then, to come to what you just asked, what is an ambition and how do you differentiate that from? An ambition is just a personal hunger for something. So I have an ambition to own half of Lagos.
It's a good ambition.
Good ambition.
That's a good one.
But what is the possibility in it?
Okay.
And how do you work towards that possibility? That is what would equate your potential. It's easier to have the talent or have the potential and see that there is success in that route. Then you can bring in the ambition. So if I know that I have a drive, I'm good with business, you give me this pot of potpourri to arrange and I do a fantastic job, there's a possibility there. So I say to myself, I want to conquer this business. I want to go into interior decoration. But if I don't have any of this and I have this ambition to be an interior decorator, red light, you know.
Okay, but okay, hang on. I hear what you're saying, but what about people who, you know, maybe they studied geography or whatever, and then they want to, you know, their ambition is to become a doctor. And
Glory, let's not deceive ourselves. Let's not deceive ourselves.
Yeah.
In Nigeria of
Just,
today, talking about what you study, that's a fact right from what you
I
Okay.
also don't
Okay,
think
exactly.
it's a question of Nigeria, because I studied urban and regional planning at university, and I haven't practiced urban and regional planning for one
Funny,
year.
that's what I
as a-
studied actually.
Yeah, after I left school, and I've always known that I wanted to play in entertainment. I've always known what I wanted to do, but I know that I needed to go to school
Yeah,
to
get an
know how to
education.
treat people and every single thing. But I didn't lose anything by studying urban and regional planning, even though I was in school for 5 years. I would have gone to school to do marketing and spent 4 years. I've added 1 year to use to work. But I don't know if this is jumping the gun. But I also think when it terms of women looking at for potential in men before they agree to date or marry, I don't think that still happens. Yes.
You don't think
No, I don't think it happens anymore.
Are you sure about that?
No, I can give you countless
this
excuses.
Lagos.
Yeah, it happens normal. Like back in the day when people who are wealthy have to dress in a certain way to go to places to see if women are interested in them, to even take to the houses they don't own, maybe they are a flat they're sharing with someone to say this is where I stay, to know how the woman will react to them. It does not happen anymore, because the kind of woman that you would want to settle down with, some of them are not really looking like potential. They really want to see the actual thing that you
See, this is my no, it's true.
But that's the truth.
Yeah, this is
And
the truth. I
yeah,
agree.
talking about reality, what is happening. I mean, that's the truth, because people like potential, but sometimes they don't know when this potential will come to manifestation.
Okay, so for example, somebody that's maybe in her, you know, mid-30s or late 30s and is single and is looking to get married and settle down. I mean, potential is a bit. She's not looking for potential. She's not looking for potential, and I can't blame her for not looking for potential.
Yeah.
Okay. At that point, whether we like it or not, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm one of those people who tell people look for potential. I don't. Honestly, I'm sorry if you didn't expect to hear that. I don't.
So what do you
I don't.
tell people to look
what do you
for?
tell-
Look for some
Versus
sort of
them.
security.
Isn't that potential?
No,
But-
it's not necessarily potential.
Okay.
Security
Glory-
is money.
Glo-
Can we call a spade a spade?
Yeah.
Gloria,
Okay.
I will not, as you were like this. See, there's somebody that say, I will beat you and beat the boy.
But
I will not even.
but
hold
I
on.
won't even let you
But
think about.
But okay, but I also think it's different, because I think a whole lot of women really look for security
More
Most
than-
men look for potential.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But wait, I think we need to draw the line. You are saying security. You said you made a statement that security equals money,
to women,
right?
most women.
To most women, right?
most, okay.
Yes, but to our parents when they say potential, isn't that what they are saying at the same time?
No,
Nice one.
No,
So true.
but isn't
No,
that-
but let's be honest. That's
Isn't
what
that
they
what they're
mean.
saying?
It could be, well, the difference.
No, but that's what they
potential
mean.
is future money. Security is money of now.
Yes.
No, you
Okay,
say
that's a good distinction. So
And a very
security is
simple one.
Money of now.
Now.
Potential is
Yes.
money in
Against
tomorrow.
future money,
Agreed. You say
possible money tomorrow. Actually,
you say future money. Yes, no problem. I mean, gone are the days where you would go to the NYSC camp in Lagos and you see two coppers getting married to each other. You know, right there, some people will say that's a hopeless situation. There is no potential. But the mother or the mother of the girl, she's happy. Oh, my daughter is getting married. So, but because she has seen, okay, fine, the guy has prospects, he's probably going to get a job and all of that. But you made a statement. You said women nowadays no longer look for potential. At that point, when she's about to get married, she really doesn't care, or she's not so particular about what, even he has a job and all of that. But take it back 4 years or 5 years before then, where she was not really settled, she didn't know what she wanted. She would look for the guy that has the car, the guy that has everything. So that you are right on that point.
I understand. What I'm saying is potential is good. I really love for people to look at for potential. But what I'm saying, in the current situation, the current world that we live in, we take for like social network, for instance, for the Twitters, when girls go like, I want my husband to employ me. It's not because I can't.
No, but let's not enter this cooking thing.
It's the same thing of people already wanting certain things to be in place before. So
there's nothing wrong in dreaming. If a girl wants her husband to employ a cook, it's a dream. There's nothing wrong. You don't pay to dream, right? So at the end of the day, she lands with this man. Can he employ a cook? If he can, then she would enter the kitchen and cook. You could marry the money of today, and tomorrow there is none.
True.
Okay? You could go with the money of tomorrow, and tomorrow there is none. My point is, there would be other things that would influence. Marriage is a very, very strong institution, and most times people do not realize it's one institution you do not graduate from. Because you decide to walk this path, and it's
people.
Exactly.
People do quit. People do quit,
but generally, that's not why
that's
you
not
enter.
the idea of marriage.
What I want to say is, when there's money for someone with potential and somebody who was born into money, the person with potential, even when the money is not longer there, probably work harder.
Okay,
sorry, but a quick question there. You said for someone who was born into money, because you were born into money, does that mean you have potential?
No.
No, he's
exactly.
saying. I think what he's trying to say is somebody who has the money now, and then tomorrow the money is no more there. He will get up on. He will get
back on because he has.
Okay, so are we saying potential equals money? Because that's the conversation we've been having now. Potential and money. Is that what we're saying?
The truth is, the dictionary would describe potential as possibility of success in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, how do you define success? That would determine how we define
potential. So depending on
the
what
ball
a woman,
is back in your
exactly.
court.
Yes. So how do you think most women define success now?
Be honest, and to be fair, money answers all things.
Yeah.
But
money
the root of all evil.
Yes, it is. It is the love that is the root of all evil. But money would answer all things, you know. So I think basically in our world today, yes, a lot of people would equate success with you know, either your liquid cash or you know, your assets and what have you.
But like I also mentioned, I have to always go back to this. I have to always go back to what society have made it look like. You have to always remember that society have made it look like potential equals almost nothing in the present day.
This is true.
Present day. Nobody, everybody, like, if for instance, you're dating a girl that works in a bank, you don't work in a bank, you stay in Yaba, she stays in Yaba, she finds it a lot more comfortable feeling her colleague that drives a car that comes from Yaba and jumping the bus from you, with you. So, you have potential.
But what happened to true love of those days where you will ride or die with your man, you know, you end us together?
See, the truth is, again,
you're laughing.
That was an evil laughter.
But it's funny.
So evil.
What true love are we talking about?
Let's take a step back. So we said potential. So you're dating this guy who doesn't have the physical cash now.
Yeah.
But you see him in school, he's been working hard, he has strategy, he's doing this, doing that, everything.
Okay, Glory, let me play back the same movie to you, and don't you dare say anything. Let me play back the same movie to you. So let's say this guy is in school, he's got nothing, your coursemate, he gives you the, you know, drills, you guys catch fun, and in all of this, let's add money to it. Does it make sense?
Yes,
that's all. I rest my case.
And in some cases also, it has also been proven that some women think that that also getting hooked to a guy who has potential, who have not really tested well, is also risky.
Of course.
Because some people also
That's another
change.
thing, the safety.
Because people also change
when
they acquire wealth.
Me, I always say that a guy who maybe in school he was a bit of a geek, in uni he was a bit of a geek, and then maybe in his mid-30s, that's when he got money.
Still misbehaved.
It's dicey. It's
Are you
dicey
by any
because
chance talking about Mark Zuckerberg?
no, I mentioned no name.
No names.
Oh, excuse me.
So,
We're just talking generally.
But this is what I think. I think if people decide to work hard to support their partners, people will actually look at so much for potential. Because if you are trying to work hard to be your own person who will also be willing to help in your family, in your relationship, whatever it is that you're going to do, then at that point nobody's sitting down to wait for some person to become potential when you have something.
But it's still a bit risky though, because when you look at it, potential, there's a lot of things that go into it when you talk about potential. Yeah. It's not just, in that ability to be able to become successful, it's not just that you're hardworking. You also have that ability to, identify street smart, to identify prospect and all of that. So if you as a woman, you have all of that, and this guy just has a tiny bit of it. He's not, all he knows is, okay, I can work hard, but he can't identify prospects or something. So he might still drag you down at the end of the day. So
but isn't there like a balance?
Like,
that's what I was going to say.
I want to say that it will obviously be a better world if we have people with high level of potential to marry to people with a low level of potential. Than people who have high level of potential to meet people who have another high level of potential, leaving people with little or no potential to
I think that sometimes if we really honestly look at ourselves, we always expect a lot more from the next person. Okay, so this girl comes here and she wants to marry a man with potential. How much potential does she have?
Exactly.
Yeah. These are some of the things that we should begin to.
This is actually what I was going to discuss with Wale. So how do men measure potential in women? Because clearly we've defined that women potential is ability to create wealth on some sort of level. So how do
I think we should start by asking our questions. Like Noble already pointed out, potential is not something that a lot of people look for in relationships. Now, do men even look for women with potential? Yesterday, I was having a discussion with a couple of guys, and they were like, "Oh, what is more attractive in a woman, confidence or vulnerability?" And a lot of them were like, "Oh, I like a confident woman, but I'd rather get with a vulnerable woman because I want to be a superhero." So when you see men and you tell them, "Oh, how do you identify potential in one?" Why do I want to identify potential? I'm still going to be the head of the family. I'm still going to pay for the wedding. I'm still going to buy her a car. I'm still going to buy. So really, all she needs to do is know how to cook and take care of my family. I'm not really particular about her potential.
Wow.
I'm saying that.
It's sad, but
that's
the reality.
But then doesn't this go back to our role, the way we've defined roles for men and women in society? That the man has to have a specific role, and then the woman has.
See, this is a simple rule. Let's not begin to go back and forth from the end of age and to the African tradition. It's very simple. If this is a company and I head the company, you would expect that when we're out of tissue, I bring out money to put tissue back in the toilet. If this table gets broken, you would expect that as the madam, I get money to fix the glass. It's always, it's a rule. When you're in charge, you are in charge. Yeah. So we don't want to demean that in any way. Not, having said that, I don't want to take away from the fact that women are also supposed to be helpmates. In their own little way, as much as your man permits you to, help out. I was talking with a friend of mine who, God bless her, she was saying about, how much her husband provides for her and everything. So basically, she doesn't have to spend her money. But guess what she does? She throws her money into a savings. Because really, this man gives her everything. And sometime 2 or 3 years back, they ran into this difficult position and, he was running about, what do we do? I said, oh, darling, I've got money. And I was like, from where? She had so much saved up. And, that really saved them. So the truth is, yes, they're the heads, but let's not forget that they're humans. At certain points, they might fall, they might stumble, and that's where you come
I get
help
confused
balance
these days. And my confusion comes from I'm really surprised with Ufoma sitting here agreeing that men are the head of the house. I've been at different forums.
See,
I've seen women say different. Let me give an example. A few days ago, I tweeted that we need to hire someone who will be in charge of at the call center for 360 delivery. And some people fought me on Twitter. They were like, why do I have to hire a woman to do that job? That job is not for women. Like, men and women are equal.